You are still watching Frontliners. Kasama po natin ang International Economic Relations Undersecretary Laura Del Rosario. Yes. Yung mga objectives ng mga APEC summits na naganap nung naunang panahon, no? For example, noong 1996, the Philippines, what was the objective and have we achieved that?
Yeah. The ultimate objective actually of APEC is really to liberalize and facilitate trade and investment. But then when you look at this, you look at how ready a country is.
Yes.
Like for instance, if we want to open up our markets, are we ready to compete with the likes of Japan, United States, Australia, Canada? So during our host year, we focused on economic and technical cooperation. It means that they have to help us build our capacity to compete. So Ecotech is really built on capacity building. And then of course during that time, because business should not only be decided upon, the policy should not be decided upon by the bureaucrats like me or people who are in the economic departments. We should also be advised by the private sector because, as you know, it's the industry, the private sector, that really knows what is hurting them and what is good for them. So we proposed the formation of what we call the APEC Business Advisory Council, or ABAC. So the president appoints 3 members to this council, and they're the ones who advise us as we do our APEC meetings, as we try to introduce certain programs and certain initiatives. And this year, I mean, President Aquino's ABAC members, he appointed 3 of them. They are Doris Magsaysay Ho, Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala, and Tony Tancaccio. So when we host APEC in 2015, the ABAC group will also host the CEOs. These are at least 1,000 CEOs of various corporations of the member economies. They will also come here, and they will have their own agenda. They'll discuss also what each one of them needs, what the private sector needs, and then they'll have a dialogue with the leaders. For us, that's the more exciting part of APEC.
Tama yan. Dahil ang akala ng mga tao, pag APEC, heads of state lang ang nag-uusap. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, hindi lang heads of state, but also yung mga iba't industry at negosyante na pwedeng gumalaw dito sa APEC.
Oo. At tapos, akala naman ng iba, yung APEC is just for the big guys, the big corporations. APEC has really been focusing on the small and medium enterprises for so many years. If you look at all the documents, they're looking at the problems of small and medium enterprises, or the SMEs, and they're doing something about that. For instance, what are the problems? One, access to technology. Maliit ka, hindi mo kaya itong high technology. Maliit ka, wala kang access sa finance. So it's because of their efforts in APEC that now, the banks now have started to open for small businesses, so that it's easier for them to borrow capital. It's easier for them to scale up. Kasi kung minsan maliit ka lang, then later on nakasama ka sa global supply chain. Okay, let's give an example. Let's say ako produkto lang ng isang pako. I mean, I'm making it very basic. Pero yung pako kung yun, kung pwede siyang sumama sa isang malaking produkto. Pag ang produktong yun dumami ang bumibili, yung pako ko dumadami din, di ba? But then I'm just a small enterprise. So how can I expand? So that's where the financing comes in. And I think it's the APEC process that has brought attention to the difficulties of doing business. That's why one of our objectives also in APEC is to improve ease in doing business.
Balikan ngayon natin, last year sa Bali, ano naman ang naging objective ng summit noon? Dahil papasok rin tayo sa 2015, anong magiging objective rin ng summit natin?
In Indonesia, they focus on resilience. Resilience meaning, that's why their symbol was the bamboo. Okay? Resilience means that if, let's say something happens, let's say economic downturn, like when was that financial downturn in 2008?
Yes.
Okay? And then you also have the disasters. How can you bring business quickly back on its feet? So they're talking about that. And also, they also talk about how can an APEC economy survive in the midst of all these disasters. Sa atin na lang, we think, paano ba mabubuhay uli ang Tacloban at ang Samar? those issues are also being handled in the working groups in APEC. And then later on, there are prescriptive measures. Now, just to give you an example, for instance, because of what happened, let's say, in Japan, the tsunami. That happened in 2011?
2011.
Yes. So during their summer
February.
year, yes. So what they focused on was emergency preparedness. Out of that emergency preparedness now came this initiative. Right now, we have made it easier for rescue workers to enter an economy so that halimbawa nagkalindol dito, huwag ka nang magkakaproblema sa visa, di ba? Kasi ang
Yes.
dami-daming mga rekisito sa visa.
Yes.
Okay, may lindol, may typhoon. So there are rescue workers, let's say, from Russia.
Ready to help.
Ready to help. Huwag mo nang, kung ano-anong mga visa requirements, papasukin mo na kaagad, di ba? That's movement of people,
Yes.
that's facilitation. How about the equipment? You need these big machines to lift this debris. So pati customs, kailangan magbukas yan.
Yes.
Ipapasok lahat ng makinarya para matulungan yung mga tao. And also, right now we're going to work also on donations. How
Yes.
do we make donations move faster? Kasi kung iko-customs pa yan, oy, may tariff yan, control dyan, gano'n, di ba? Di naaantala.
Yes.
So eventually, APEC helps in the facilitation of entry of goods, entry of people, entry of services, whether it's during disaster time or even during, happy times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And ngayon po sa 2015, what would be the objective naman of our APEC?
We are also going into sustainability and resilience because of what we have undergone last year. But more and more, whenever we hold meetings in APEC, whenever we hold discussions, when they see where business is moving, okay, we just have to think, 10 years ago, we were thinking of, or 20 years ago, people were thinking of computers. Everybody wanted to have his personal computer. Okay. These days, do you still need a computer?
Hindi na. Telepono na lang.
You have the Android, di ba?
Yes.
So can you imagine a world in the future when it becomes smaller and smaller? Everything is portable. So you have to be ready for that eventuality. If I were a motherboard maker for the computer, dapat mag-isip na ako, teka muna, mawawala yung mga personal computers. Anong magiging business ko, di ba? So we're looking at that resilience and innovation. That's why for us in the Philippines, we want to focus on human capital development. We want to focus on education. If the world is moving so fast in terms of innovation, Steve Jobs, in a way, reinvented even music. Nawala yung mga Walkman, di ba?
Yes.
Nagkaroon ka ng iPhone, nagkaroon ka ng iPad, nagkaroon ka ng tablet. So we have to move along the creative and innovative industries. And so we thought for our own hosting, let's talk about human capital development. Let's talk about resilience. Okay? Let's talk about even regional economic integration. There's still part of it. How can we improve further ease of doing business in the Philippines?
Pero ma'am, Yusek Laura, coming from the other point of view, isn't it that sometimes the developing countries along the APEC region, mas lalong nahihirapan yan compared to the developed. So to the point na yung mga small entrepreneurs mo, kung minsan nakakain rin eh.
Yeah, nakakain.
So how do we assure them that they will be able to compete?
Okay. We are also going to focus on SMEs during our own hosting. Okay, now, the program for that and the agenda for that is being worked out by the Department of Trade and Industry. But you are correct. Kung ako'y, halimbawa, nag-umpisa ako ng isang maliit na enterprise, medyo ako'y matatakot din Okay? So, I think they're working also on innovation for smaller industries. And I think what others are also looking at is, can these big producers, let's say, bring into the fold these small enterprises? So in effect, also, they have also to build their capacity. Again, the economic and technical cooperation will come in. Now, for some, it might be too much to think about. Like if you think of the Apple, okay, the Android phone, paano ka makakapasok dyan? Kasi ang dami-daming mong kikitain dyan, di ba?
Yes.
But then, if you also look at the apps, the applications, I think we can have a lot of potential on applications. If we just develop our software,
Capabilities.
our development capability, or even in the big industries. I mean, for me, my favorite example that they tell me is our coffee. They said that our small coffee growers are part of the global supply chain of Nestle, all right,
Yes.
or our cacao.
Yes.
So ganon ba? Parang you hang on to a big corporation so that when it flies, you fly together with that corporation. Yeah. But the challenge on SM is, I don't deny that. I think that will require a lot of our energies in the future. How can we make sure that they don't die, and they don't get wiped out by all these competitions?